Hi everyone, welcome to the beach. Mrs. Holt's beach, that is. I want to talk to you today a little bit about being your school counselor, because did you know that I work for you? I work for the students and the families at Bruce Drysdale, but I also work for you. I work for you as in the role of a consultant. If you have a student that you're especially concerned about, we can sit down and talk about your student and how your student can be more successful. I also can talk to you about classroom management ideas to make sure that you have a Zen zone or a chill out zone in your classroom, established in your classroom for your students. I just believe in being really proactive. If we have a problem, part of the problem or the part of the solution. Being proactive, it's always great to look at the solution. You know, the half glass that's full instead of half empty. The whole mindset, having an open mindset as opposed to a fixed mindset. I think teachers, staff, we all need to remember that. That's how we can be successful with our students. Resources. I want to talk to you for a moment about resources. I have a lot of them in my office here. I'm a big proponent of Love and Logic, and if you're familiar with Love and Logic, I have DVDs and materials and books on Love and Logic for teachers that basically talk about not getting into power struggles with students, even from the youngest students to the older students, strategies that can help you feel more relaxed and have more energy at the end of the workday. Other resources that I have are resources for families. If you ever have a student that appears to be in need, whether it's shoes, backpacks, school materials, or you hear them talk about some kind of hardship that they're going through, I always like to be aware of that, because if I can help or utilize our community services in our community, I love to do that. We have a help manager who works with students that are homeless or displaced, and she's a tremendous resource to us. Of course, we also have community counseling locations, and also we have our school-based clinic. In my box right outside my office, I have a folder with school counseling referrals. I really prefer that you fill out a referral to let me know who the student is, the date that you made the referral, and also a little bit about the student. If you've contacted the parents or what it is that I might need to know when I'm stepping into seeing the student. I make it a practice to see any student referred within 48 hours. Obviously, if it's an emergency, then that takes priority. But those referrals help me. Students can refer themselves, you can refer them, their parents or families can refer them, or I may see something that might be indicative of seeing that student as well. I provide small groups, so if you have students that you are seeing some deficits in their behavior that are impacting their academics, let's talk about it. Maybe we can get those students in a small group, whether it be friendship, social skills, organization, dealing or managing with anger, whatever it is that they might need, we'll try to accommodate that to the best of my ability. Classroom guidance. I do a classroom guidance lesson every month on the character trait of the month. I usually do those classroom guidance lessons in the library, unless it's kindergarten, then I do them in the kindergarten classroom. I like to do a lesson that is something where students will learn strategies that can help them manage themselves, self-control, personal space, handling conflicts, whatever it might be. I do something called work it out sessions. You may want to be involved with that. If if two students are not getting along, or a small group of students are not getting along with each other, we want to give them the skills and the tools to be able to get along better. So I can do a work it out session if you let me know. I can schedule that at a time that's convenient and get them in to work on some conflict resolution skills so that they can get along better as the year progresses. As someone who's a part of the behavior support team, I really want to encourage you, if you have a student that you feel is slipping through the cracks academically, but especially behaviorally, please see me. we can make a appointment to have them in a behavior support team meeting to talk about what we need to do to help that student. I think that pretty much covers it. Here we are at the beach, and this beach is for you too. If you ever need to come in and just want to take a deep breath or vent or just come in and relax for a moment, I'm here. I will help you any way I can. I have a toolbox of lots of resources. I have a huge remote control because I think sometimes we have to change the channel when we have stinking thinking. And I show this to the students a lot and they like it, to help them be more positive. We are a PBIS school, Positive Behavior Intervention Support, so we want to catch our students doing the right thing. And one other thing I want to mention is the self-correction. When a student is doing something that we know that is not correct, it's important for us to reteach it. There's 3 questions we can ask the student. We can ask him first, what were you doing? And we can ask them secondly, what is it that you're supposed to be doing? And if we need to refer to the matrix and use soul language, we can. And the third thing is then asking them, show me how you do this, whether it's walking in the hallway or being respectful to adults. If we reteach, we're going to have more success. A lot of our students don't know how to do school, so we have to be the ones that help them. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know you know these things, but it's just maybe a little reminder for myself included, just to maintain a really positive and proactive atmosphere at Bruce Drysdale. Go Bearkittens. Bye.